In this video, I want to go over the P&I assignment that you were given, and I'm going to go through the various steps utilizing the TI Business Analyst. As you can see, when you're looking at the TI BA Analyst, I like to think of the BA sort of like an Excel spreadsheet. Where you have a worksheet and you have individual cells. And the first thing that you'd want to do as we go through this particular problem or any problem is to make sure that we do have a new worksheet. That is extremely important. So each time you do a particular problem, you must have a new worksheet. And in the BA Analyst, to get a new worksheet, we simply would go second clear TVM. You have a new worksheet. So that's good. That would be the starting point you always want to do. The next thing is from the problem states we have a 15-year mortgage with a coupon rate or an interest rate of 4 1/8, and we're going to borrow $195,000, and we want to determine the monthly P&I payment or the monthly principal and interest payment. So immediately when we're thinking of, we got to calculate the monthly payment, that means the compounding period is 12. Not 1, not 2, but 12. So on the analyst, how we do that is we go second payments per year. So simply go second interest per year, and when we go second interest per year, really what we're doing, we're looking at the payments per year. And in this particular case, it's already 12. Let's assume that it was something different. Let's assume that it was semi-compounding. What we would do is change it to 2 and enter. Always enter. But let's go back. In other words, we're dealing with monthly compounding, so we're going to change it to 12. Enter. And then I always usually go second quit to just get back to a cell, the original cell or a new cell within the worksheet that I'm working through. So I've changed my compounding period to 12. The next thing that I want to do is come up with the total number of periods. Well, this is a 15-year mortgage. I'm making monthly payments, so I got to change it the total number of periods over the 15 years. So of course that's 15 times 12. That's 180. So I'm going to go 180 N. That's going to give me my total number of periods. Chapter 9 is dealing with time value of money. And when we're dealing with time value of money, i.e. present value, future value, determining we'll say the future value of a lump sum or the future value of an annuity, we're always dealing with this row. N, interest per year, PV, payment, future value. So just kind of keep that in mind. Time value, we're dealing with this particular row. Okay, we have 180, so we're going to be making 180 monthly payments at 4.125 interest. We've already changed the compounding period to 12. We don't have to take the 4.125 and divide it by 12. The analyst already knows that, and all what you would have to do is put in really what the yearly interest rate happens to be. We're going to borrow $195,000 right now, and that's going to go into PV. Whatever goes into present value, always change the sign to a negative, plus or minus. Let me repeat that. Whatever we go into present value, always change the sign to a negative by going plus or minus and then going PV. A reason for that, it's an outflow. If you don't do that, you will run into problems and get some error message. So just get in the habit of changing the sign to a negative, whatever goes into PV. Okay, so we put in total number of payments, we put in our interest factor, and we put in what we're going to, the amount of money that we're going to borrow. So to come up with a monthly payment, simply compute payment, and that gives us $1,454.63 will be our monthly principal and interest payment. The second part of the problem, requested, asked that you come up with the total interest. So from that standpoint, it's like setting up an amortization schedule from period 1 to period 118. So to find out the total, we go second amortization. Second PV will give us amortization. And here we want to go from the first payment, scroll down, right here, scroll down. It's not 360, it's 180, so we're going to put 180 and enter, always enter. Scroll down again, and it's telling us, oh, the balance is zero. Yes, the balance. I paid off my mortgage. I paid off what I borrowed, $195,000, and it's telling me principal, that's what I paid off, and the interest is $66,834.62. That is the total amount of interest over the life of the mortgage, over 15 years or 180 payment. So might want to go back and review the video again, and that's how we determine the P&I payment and how we determine the total interest over the life of a mortgage.